They were doing a show back in the mid-90s called Paint Your Wagon, and they needed 35 drunken miners on stage. There weren't 35 guys involved in musical theater. So they went trolling the streets, literally. They sang a little barber shop, so they knew I could sing. Somebody invited me out and said, you gotta come do this. And I fell in love with it. I had such a good time. Also a show with lots of fun and camaraderie, and I really enjoyed it. I thought I'd gone back to college. It was that much fun. Probably took me a month to recover from it at the end of it. So that was my first one in 1995. Also, the magic that I saw happening was when good actors walked through the stage line and could be somebody else. And I couldn't be somebody else. I was who I was. So being a miner in a mine town, that was fine with me. Being any other character, I just couldn't pull off. And so I looked at what was around, and the other magic is what you can create in the audience's eye by building sets and doing lights and all of the technical stuff that happens in the theater. And that's what I fell in love with. Probably not when I was doing Paint Your Wagon, but it became an avocation. And once you're into it, it's hard to imagine yourself not being involved. It takes hold of your soul. And there's been so many good experiences. I've learned so much, and I've met so many good people. And I've met so many people in walks of life that a nice state conservative banker wouldn't normally have met. And so it's been an education, an avocation. It's just been great. I think that they're going from not having a building to having a building, and what we've managed to do from that, which is go from one show a year and small financial rewards to going to 4 shows a year and being a very successful company financially. We put lots of money back into our theater, and we make sure that we spend it well, and support the creativity that's there. But that's probably the biggest accomplishment in the last 14, 15 years. Our volunteer base, and the talent, the dedication, the connection that the volunteers have with the theater. I was here yesterday, and there were a group of people already rehearsing for a show that we're going to do in October. There was another group of people on Saturday who were starting to build the set for that show that doesn't start till October. And that kind of dedication, that kind of family, that kind of course we're going to do theater, is what makes this theater successful. And we've always been volunteer-based. We don't have any paid employees, and I hope we always are volunteer-based. It's the most important part of our theater. Over the next several years, we developed a committee structure, and there are now committees or subcommittees, whatever you want to call them, that do all of the grunt work. They are filled with people who are interested in that particular part of the theater. For example, the show committee. They have a number of members, probably the biggest committee we have, and they receive all of the proposals from directors and producers, or they go find directors and producers. And it makes it much easier to be on the board because we're not trying to do all things for all people. It's like a brotherhood. There are no bosses. We have a coordinator who tells us what the director and producer want us to do, just so that there's good communication. It's like a brother is incredible. It's a group of guys who want to be here, who are here when they can, with no expectation if they can't. We always stop for beer when the tools are all shut off. It's social, it's skill building, it's everything that I come back to theater for. It's the creativity. We often build not from a set of plans, but from a few pictures the director has given us, and people's people putting their minds together and saying, well, we could do it this way, we could do it that way. The place that was wrong. It was absolutely amazing to watch the development of that platform from start to finish. It probably had 3 fully different iterations, and the talent of the people who look at it and say, well, why don't we do this? And that's the other thing about the LOFT Crew. There are very few egos involved in it. You can always have your say, and everybody joins back together whenever the decision is made and does whatever they need to do. Well, part of it's the cultural, and in Medicine Hat there are so many cultural opportunities, and I think it's the opportunity that's given to people to be involved in something creative, whether it's building sets as I do, or serving drinks or being front of house. You're involved in a creative community, and it's a very egalitarian community, so that we all support each other. And I think that's the big thing about community theater here. I think it's the opportunity that really is my main social focus. I lead a very quiet retirement life, quite frankly, but the theater provides the people I've met and the laughs we've had and the things that we've accomplished. Those are, that's both my memories and what keeps me here. Oh, come on out. We'll find something that suits your talents and what you want to do. People join all the time and don't have to be invited. The LOFT Crew are here every Tuesday night and every Tuesday afternoon and every Thursday afternoon and every Saturday morning. And so if you want to see the theater and find out what it's about, we're here. We always need volunteers. One of the reasons for my resignation from the board is that we have to work hard at attracting and keeping younger talent. Not so much on the stage. Younger people seem to be attracted to that, but to get them involved in the LOFT Crew, get them involved at the board level, that's our challenge. And our committee structure supports that to some extent because it's easier to get onto a committee than it is on the board. But we need people stepping up to the board level. And to do that, some of us need to step away.